Yeah, welcome everybody. I want to use the next 20 minutes to show you something. I call it shop success against the clock. So what happens if you have product information, but you don't have a lot of data, you have not a lot of resources that can improve the data, you have limited time and you want to push that to your shop. What could we do? So no time, minimal resources, that's the idea. My name is Mark Kulo. I'm responsible at Y1 Digital for product experience management. Y1 Digitally cares, I would say, we come from two directions. First, we come from the product experience direction and from the user experience, where we define with the customer together what is his overall story, and that we deliver this with, or we support this with technique like Shopware, like PIM systems, DAM systems. We make a frame with content management, and we also develop apps. I started in the area of improving product information for customers 20 years ago. And I thought this is the big thing. I mean, not the big thing, but for us, the big thing. So that means we thought everybody needs PIM systems, and we are the center of the data, so we are the most important aspect in this whole story. And unfortunately, I had to learn that this is not true. Unfortunately, the product information part is only the first part. Then this is, let's say, surrounded by product experience, which is the whole experience journey from a customer when he wants to buy a product. And this is then surrounded by user experience with this, which is the whole, let's say, story in the contact between the customer and the company. So I was only supporting one small part. But luckily, this is an important part. Product information and the data, to get that is an important part. But I had to learn another thing where I was also wrong. So in the end, I thought everybody needs or everybody wants a PIM system. I thought, well, you have to have it, right? And also in the recent years, I learned that this is also not true. So the customer don't want a PIM system. They want exactly what I had in the first screen. They want good data in the shop that it can be purchased. They don't want a PIM. Maybe they technically needed it, but this is the part where I also had to learn that we are not right. And an eye-opener for me was, I think it was a couple of weeks ago, I was at a customer and I told this story about how weak Excel is because it only has 2 layers, so you cannot support different languages or different content for different marketplaces or shops, and you have no versioning, you have not this. And I told him about processes, optimizing the way of mining data and everything. And he said, Mark, I don't know, maybe you're right, but he said, can I tell you what my problem is? And he said, my honest problem is I'm manufacturing fashion products overseas. And he said, my problem is it arrives here in my warehouse, then we unpack it, we put it in the warehouse, and it takes us 4 weeks until we can sell it. And he says, this 4 weeks costs me a lot of money. Can you solve this problem? And I said, of course I can. Then I went back to my team and I said, guys, we have to rethink something. We always try to make the optimal way of product PIM processes and optimal data modeling. We want to select the right software and do it with integrations. But this is just the back end. This is just not what the customer wants to see. So I said, I have a picture in my mind, and this was, we are like on a Viking boat, and we kick everybody out of the boat who's not supporting the story of, let's make it simple, let's make it fast, and nobody wants to touch the system before it goes in the shop. And this is what I want to show. So this is the ideal world, yeah, where we always think in the next years we will be there, but then we see no new things that happen. But I think this is still the end picture where we want to be, that we say we have individual products right on time with a clean desk. The technique is hidden somewhere in the back end, but if we really look at the picture, maybe it's not that bad, but I think we are still in the world of digitalizing the analog world instead of having a digital world. So we still work a lot in Excel, which is still the old paper in columns and cells, and we write something in and we do a lot of copy and pasting, but this is not really digital. This is still digitalizing the analog world. So we have to go the next step. And I want to invite you in the next 13 minutes into a small presentation. It's a video that I took because I'm a man, I cannot do 2 things in parallel, so I could only talk or click. So I decided for talking. So it's a video that I show, but it gives you an impression how fast we can theoretically put products where we have weak data into the shop. So the first thing that we have, and this is essential, we have an ERP system, so something where the master data is in. I don't want to show you an ERP system, so I show you the Excel file again. So this is what could live, what a supplier could deliver to you, or what you have in your warehouse. So you have some articles in your list, in your warehouse system. We have some columns, like we have the brand, we have a marketing color name. In this, it's readable, it's white, but it can be very weird written in a marketing way. We have material, we have brut price, net price, a GTIN number. So we have some really rough data, but this is what a supplier delivers or what we have in an ERP system. Okay. What we want to do now as a next step, and this is we want to create a data model out of that. It doesn't hurt. A data model is just the construct how we want to sell the products or how we want to structure that. So technically, normally an ERP import would daily or every hour would update automatically data from the ERP system into the PIM system. I do that now manually by putting that in a dashboard tile in that PIM system, but that would work automatically. But if it's automatically, I cannot show it. So what it does, it imports the data, and now it creates the data model. Data model means we have a standard fashion data model, and this means we have a product, we have an article below that has the color, so we call it the color variant, and underneath we have the SKU. So you already see that it starts building up the data model, but below you also see some empty folders, so it's still creating that data model. And if I update that screen again, so this is the view in the PIM system, it creates that data model, as I said, and you see on the first level the blue box that represents the product, and this mostly contains the text. So this is the T-shirt, and you have also the material information and so on. The next level is the article level. This is what we call the color variant. It contains the color name, and this would contain later the images of the T-shirt, because a T-shirt can be in different colors. That's what it has. Okay, so now I just walk through the imported data. That's exactly what we had in the Excel list, or what you have in the ERP, or what your supplier would deliver to you. This is exactly this set of data. So we have no marketing information. We just have one material name, no images, no short description, no long description. All this is empty. If we look at the color variant, also quite empty. The only thing we have is a product name and some color information. And also, if we go down to the lowest level, which is we call it also the SKU, the sellable unit, it has, of course, the size, because this level is called size. It has an EIN code, and also, what does it else have? Yeah, the size name, and the price, and the stock information. Honestly, stock information is something that we would not import like this in a PIM system. This would be bypassed directly to a shop, but again, this is a demo. Okay, now what we think, what would be the next process is that somebody has in the fabric or in the warehouse, he has he unpacks the product. So we have created an app like this, yeah. So our idea is he unpacks the product in the warehouse, yeah, and he makes pictures of that product. So he just unpacks it. I do that now with my T-shirt at home yesterday. Yeah? So I just take the first picture from the front, from the T-shirt, and we want to find out the color, the neck form, the patterns, the logo, the brand we can read out, and we thought we make a second picture from the back to maybe identify if there is also a logo print on the back side. And the third picture we do is from the washing label, because there's also a lot of interesting information. Of course, the washing information with some logos, but also material and sometimes country of origin, article number. Okay. So we take this data. What I forgot at the beginning, I typed in the article number, because we think if somebody unpacks the article, he has the article number. So we have that in the app. It will be automatically uploaded into the DAM area, Digital Asset Management, where we store all the images in the PIM, in that area. So it just uploads the picture in that inbox, and there I mean, it's not surprisingly, but there we see these images are already in the system, and I have the article number, and then we can also attach this to the article that we have in the ERP system. This was my t-shirt at home. I continue with another t-shirt because I had some issues with using this one, honestly. So just ignore that it's now another t-shirt, but it does the same story. So what we now do, if we have the picture, we send that to AI. And we ask the system, hey, what is it? He says, it's a t-shirt. The brand is Ballstuff. It's dark blue. It has a logo print. It has short arms. This is what we can all read out. So we have all this information, and also we send this picture of the washing information. So we also send that and say, please give us back the information you see here. So it just reads out the information and stores it on that picture. In the end, yeah, there you see it. Yeah, that's what we need to read out. Good. So when we have that on the product, on the picture, we now can take these pictures and copy the data from that picture to our product, which was empty, what was the one that only had this ERP information. So now I go back to the product, update this one, and now I see, oh cool, it already has now some information. This material manufacturer data is already delivered here. We will update that with another AI functionality. I can look at my color variant, and there I already see that these images are attached. I don't need them for the shop later, right? But it helps me to generate information from my product. Good. Now that's everything I have. So I have an interface to the ERP system. I have made some photos, and now I take that package and I send it again to AI and say, please, can you deliver the rest? Can you do me a favor and create everything I don't have? So what it does now, this is existing information. Okay, out of that material information, it makes a bullet point list that was desired by the customer, and then from that text, it generates the nice washing information icons again with consistent naming and additional information. So this is what it does. It also creates two texts, the short description and the long description, also based on the information we had. We can also train the AI to write the text as you do it in your company. That also works quite good. We also can read out the color. So dark ink was easy, but there are more complex colors. And the dark blue is already the color we need later for the web shop for the faceted search. Good. Now we have the data in the system. The next thing we want to translate that data. So also not surprisingly, this already is happening in the backend. So I'm clicking here around, but that is just showing what happens in the background. Normally you can just drop the files and make the pictures and that's it. But you see, it's already there in English. So that was easy. But since it's easy, I can also do it with more and more languages. It a little bit depends on the AI technology that you use and also on the kind of products you have. But I can also open more languages, and then you see, okay, the same text is there in UK English, US English, in French, in Dutch, in, what else do we have? Italian and Spanish. Yeah? Good. Just two texts. Some other things are also translated in the back, but this is what I want to show you. So now we have all the content, but we have no good photos yet. That is the only part where we say at the moment a photographer is doing these images. Theoretically, an AI could also do that, but let's say it is not, the quality is not yet that good that it's, I would say, working for 100%. So we think somebody's doing professional photos, he makes 20 photos of a product, we select the 4 that we want to have for this item. Yeah? The only thing we need is we need the article number in the picture, otherwise it's hard to map it. But if we have that, then we have these 4 pictures, and somebody decides, okay, this is the main image for my product I want to have. So again, we just have some dashboard tiles where he takes the main picture. Yeah. Take it. Yeah, so he drops it there. And then we take the other ones and say, you are the additional images. We paste them here. And as soon as the pictures are uploaded and I know the article number, it can attach them also to the products already. And it stores all these images of that product also in the DAM system. So internally, if you want to see what good pictures do we have from that product, that is also already stored here. So I show that first. This is the product. I've already uploaded the other color variants. And the last ones, these were it looks black, but it's dark blue. Yeah, okay, so it has these numbers. It puts it into the DOM. I have them. And in the background, it's already putting them to the shop. Yeah, so just that you can trust me where we are. Here you see this is the main image. And then we have below the additional images. The other images that we made from the warehouse are still there, but we will not export them to the shop. Okay, we have everything, right? So we have some technical data, we have images, we have text, we have it in different translations. If that is done, it's already pushing that to the web shop. So we took a demo shop from Shopware. Yeah. Also, what I forgot was very important. We can also automatically assign the right category. So since we know it's for men and it's a t-shirt, we can put it in this category. So there you see our article here. So this is the text that we have generated. If I click on that and I come to the product detail page, not surprisingly, but you see then the 4 pictures that we took. You see the product information, the long text that we had, some technical information. And finally, also, if we go back to the product overview, you see the faceted search with all the criteria, with this color mapping that we did automatically, with some parameters. That's it. It's live. It's sellable. It took us 10 minutes. I know there's the photographer process in between. We could bypass that also with AI. This is possible, but let's see if the quality is good enough. But then the products after 10 minutes are live. That's it. That was my presentation. The time is over also. Yeah. Thank you for your participation.
Much, Mark. Thank you. Impressive stuff, really. I saw the matches light up and I thought, hot stuff. This is so cool. Thank you for showing us. If you stay around here for a couple of minutes, I have some questions with me. So obviously you showed us t-shirts. So fashion industry.
Yes.
This seems very easy to apply. But what about other industries? Is it also possible?
Theoretically, yes. It really depends on the complexity of the products you have. So, for example, if you say, I'm producing rockets, I would say maybe we need more manual steps in between, but it shows what is possible, and we see the speed of AI, what it does at the moment. Yeah. So let's see, it's progressing every day.
Okay, and talking not only about other industries, let's also talk about other business models. So this fashion always seems very much B2C. What about B2B? Is there a use case also for B2B?
Yeah, especially if you have B2B and B2C, then we can come from one area of text or information and can generate the other part. But again, it's more on the kind of products you have, the complexity of the products, but B2Bs would also work.
Absolutely. And talking about maybe some other topics that you guys at Y1 are currently concerned with, what is there next to, obviously, customer projects? What's going on at Y1?
Yeah, so that was one of our 2 topics. So AI, playing around, implementing that at customers, and thinking about new steps, throwing everything away, doing it again. And the other one is product experience management. So closing the loop, bringing, not just sending data to the shop, receiving the information, how good it is, what is good, what is not working, and then making a dashboard to optimize that data.
Yeah, that makes sense. Mark, that was amazing. Thank you for your presentation, and speak to you later at the after show party. Thank you, Mark.
Thank you.